acre at a time. This is Mama. Today we are going to be canning some green beans, snap green beans. I've already done a lot of the prep work. That way you guys don't have to see a lot of that. We did clean them in cold water, snapped them, and then in the sizes that we need. I've already canned up some of them. We want a 1-inch headspace, so we're going to want to make sure you shake them around. Make sure we have that 1-inch headspace. So, and I have Papa here with me, and he is going to help me out today. All right, so Papa, if we can go ahead and start filling this jar up here.
How am I supposed to fill it up?
Just use your hands. Your hands are clean.
Many of them are a little overfull. It might be worth it.
And when you are doing green beans have to be pressure canned. They cannot be water bath because they just don't have enough acidity in them. So we did a raw pack, which means that the vegetables were raw, and so all we have to do is add the hot water to them. That's all we're going to add. You can, it's strictly option. You can add canning salt to each jar, half a teaspoon if you prefer that. I don't. I add the salt when I go to cook them, because I try and keep the low sodium down. So we're going to get our big glass pitcher.
Where do I need it?
And we're going to set it over there. And we're going to, and this is just plain old hot water.
That's good. I'm waiting for it.
Okay. And then we're going to fill each jar up to that 1-inch headspace. Again, these are just a raw pack. And we have the pressure canner already going with hot water in it. Pressure canning is 25 minutes for quart size, 10 pounds of pressure. I don't have the gauge on my particular pressure canner. I am strictly weight. Most of them come with a 10 and 15. And I have enough here for 2 batches. My canner holds 6 jars, and we ended up with 11 jars. And so when Papa's done adding the hot water here, I'll go through and we will skim the sides with the spatula. Don't forget this one here.
I'm saving it for last because I was taking pieces out.
And get all the bubbles out and double check all our headspace. Then we'll be putting rings and lids on them.
I need more hot water.
Okay.
Oh no.
Now hold up on this. That way we can add if we need to.
I need more hot water.
Again, this is just plain old regular hot water.
Yep.
And so we're going to start with one of these jars right here. And we're just going to go down the side to bring up any bubbles. So we're going to add a little more to this one so that we can get it to that 1-inch headspace. And that's right about where it needs to be. So we're going to be putting some lids in some hot water just for a second, just to warm up that seal.
How many lids do you have?
Oh, we got 2, 4, 6, 7 of them here. And again, this is just to warm up the seals. And then our rings.
How many?
We're going to need 11 rings.
How many lids do you throw in there already? Do I need to
7.
get more lids?
Yeah, we need a little couple more
lids
lids.
and more rings.
And so there's the first jar that's already been measured. And we're looking pretty good there. My canner will hold 6 to 7 quarts. So you want to make sure that you don't overcrowd your pressure canner. Again, you can add canning salt if you would like. I prefer not to do that. I do it when I'm cooking, because I try and keep the sodium level down.
See, I got more lids and more rings. See, I'm good for something around here. Not a whole lot, but something. Here, how many more do you need to add?
Put 5 more in. And again, you're just scraping the sides, bringing up all the bubbles. Now, when you're pressure canning, sometimes you'll lose a little bit of the color of your vegetables. That's okay. And again, this is just hot water. One quart size, based on the size of the green beans. These run between an inch and a half on the sides. This will feed a family of 5. Okay, that one's good. So I'm going to go ahead and pull some of those lids. And we're going to start placing the lids. I got 6 of them, so I'm going to pull 6 lids. Let me grab a towel. I gotta clean that rim. Now again, remember when you're doing green beans, it has to be pressure can. It cannot be water bath because they don't have enough acidity in them. And in your pressure canner, if you live out in the country or you have well water, you could put a little bit of vinegar, white distilled vinegar, regular old vinegar, and your water. That will keep from the calcium buildup on your jars, and you have to clean them later.
Of course, that last bag was all wide mouth. So I had to go find another bag.
Okay, and as I get the rings on these, I'm going to have Papa here put them in the canner. And you're just going to do these hand tight, finger tight. You don't want to get them too tight because the lids will buckle. Okay. Like I said, my canner will hold 6 or 7. I try and stay on the 6 side. That way it doesn't crowd the jars and I don't have to worry about cracking. When you pressure can, sometimes you'll get sulfuring, which means the loss of fluid. It's fine. As long as it has sealed properly and you have at least half a jar of fluid in it, that's fine. The vegetables that are on top could turn a little brown. I usually just discard the top and go from there. So we're going to go ahead and start placing these jars in the canner. Try not to overcrowd them because you don't want them to cling next to each other.
Not enough water.
Okay, we'll add some more here in a minute.
Oh, that's right. Gotta get all the jars in first, don't you? Because the water will rise.
Yep.
Excuse me.
And we might have a little too much water in there. Yeah, let me take some out.
Okay, let me try that.
Okay. Try not to put them too close together because you don't want them to cling.
Yeah, but you might have to pull more. Yep.
Get a little more water.
Yeah, probably
Okay.
2 more scoops again. Save it. Nope, because I just stuck it in there and went over the top of them. So when I go to put this in, it's probably going to be overfull again. So hold on, let me see what's going to happen. Too full?
Yep.
Yeah?
That was. Okay, so and then you're going to take your locking lid and you're going to set it on here and you're going to lock it in place. Now with this particular canner, when it gets to the proper pressure, which is 10 pounds, this little weight will jiggle. It'll go like this. And once it starts jiggling, that's when you start your time, which is 25 minutes pressurized. After it is done pressurized and pressure cooking, you're going to remove it from the heat and let the steam come out on its own. Sometimes it can take 20 minutes, it can take up to an hour to depressurize. Do not try and open this when it's under pressure. You will burn yourself badly. So most important thing is let it depressurize on its own, no help, remove it from the heat. And so this will take about 10 minutes to get up to pressure. Then we'll set the timer once it starts jiggling, and then we will remove it from the heat. So we're going to continue to fill these jars up with hot water for the second time around. And then we will show you the end product shortly. Y'all keep homesteading.